Hello, good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Tottenham Tantrum Gold, your home of famous content, famous Tottenham, and famous everything, really. And we're going to talk about the FA Cup today. Is it coming home? Are we going to beat Middlesbrough? Who knows? Who knows? To start off, we're going to welcome everyone in the chat. We've got the very lovely Moondog in the house. Hello, sir. How are you? Hopefully, you're doing well. We've got Celery Agent. Oi, oi, oi. We're back to an AC/DC gig. Lovely to see you in Celery. Hopefully you're doing well. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. John Fitzpatrick. Fitzy, we hope you're all doing well here. Hopefully you're having a great day so far, sir. Hopefully you're having a good day. Mr. Mark Cousins, one of our patrons, is in the chat. Hello, sir. How are you, sir? He's saying, big up, lads. This is our year. I say it every year. Law of averages. I've got to be right soon. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hopefully you're doing well. And Celery Agent saying, when was the last time we played Middlesbrough? It was a few years ago, I think. It was either when they were in the Premier League or when we played them. I think we played them in the FA Cup maybe 2 years ago, possibly, when Keano and Johnny Woodgate were in charge. Very possibly. Cartman Farming Simulator is in the house. He's saying, morning, everyone. Morning, Cartman. Hopefully you're doing well, and hopefully your crops are really, really fresh this morning. We've got Nick or Barry or Seamus or how many names is there? He's added 2 more names to that book, or Solly or I don't know. There's a lot of names there. Hopefully you're doing well, sir. He's saying the Celery Agent. 14th of Jan 2020, FA Cup, 3rd round replay, Lo Celso and Lamella. I remember that game. I went to that. That was fun. John Fitzpatrick is saying, Celery Agent, big up, my brother. And yeah, Celery saying, cheers, Bazar. Anthony Gray's in the house. I hope it's not wet up there. We don't seem to like the rain. I'm positive, though. Hopefully you're doing well, Anthony. Hopefully you and your friend Nifa are having a great day so far. The sunshine is in the house. Everyone say hello to Gaguma. She's a lovely lady indeed. She's saying, hello, Tottenham Tantrum Gold. It's game day. It's game day. And that's perfect. John Fitzpatrick is saying, hey, Gaguma. Everyone welcome Gaguma into the chat. And speaking of, it's game day. Shawnee Butler's in the house. Morning, Shawnee. Hopefully you're having a good day, sir. Hopefully you're doing well. And yes, it is Tuesday. In his words, Gaguma saying hello to John, and Celery is saying Gaguma. Lovely to see Gaguma in the house. It's probably pretty late for Gaguma, and she's in the house as always, being the legend she is. Sunshine and rainbows. So, FA Cup. Is it Tottenham's this year? We're going to be talking about, does Mr. Conte play the same team, or is he going to rotate? I hope he doesn't change the team. And we need to win this game. This game is incredibly important for Tottenham Hotspur as a whole this season. And we really need to back up that win versus Leeds with another win. And we need to nip this in the bud, this bad form. If we keep on winning, I think we could do a very, very good thing this season. But I really hope they're not going to be stupid and change the team. John Fitzpatrick is saying, don't tell me Dermot slept again. No, Dermot's got to do some things this morning. So I'm running. It's almost like the undiscovered, In Search of Spock, when they ran the crew on a skeleton. So I'm the only one here this morning. If anyone should wish to jump on, I will happily put the link in the chat and we can have a chat. And yeah, but I'm happy to run this as a skeleton crew. Nick, Barry, Sean, and all the names above are saying 3 changes. Bergwijn for Son, Sanchez for Romero, and Reggie for Cess. If we do that, we've lost. And that is the problem. Romero cannot leave that team. Otherwise, we are having a massive, massive issue. Derek Hutchinson, good morning, Ben. Morning, Derek. Hopefully you're well, sir. Hopefully you are well. Cartman is saying cup over league position is a no-brainer. Best team possible out tonight. But we've got 6 days to the Everton game. So we've got plenty of days to win this game, have a 5-day rest, and go back for Everton. And Everton are in poor form at the moment. We really need to start playing like we need to get momentum in this team. And if we keep on chopping and changing the team, it's going to be curtains for us. Gaguma showing love to Nick. And John Fitzpatrick saying, Ben, do you go to many away games? Not so much anymore. It's when you're running a small business and you've got family that are also running a business, it gets a bit, there's not a lot of time to really get around. I'd like to go to some more games. I used to go to a lot more of the London away games when they weren't stupid loyalty points, but now they're loyalty points to go to games like Fulham and Chelsea and Arsenal and West Ham. It's impossible to get tickets unless you really go every week. But that's for people like Graham and people that go every week. They deserve to go to those away games because they go to all of them. They're there, rain, sun, or snow. Anthony Gray is saying, shouldn't change a winning team unless injury force. Conte did say the team is available. Good. That's the way we need to do it. And especially because Skip will be back next week. So I don't think Winks will be in the team next week if Skip's fit. We really need to be playing Ollie Skip against Everton and just shoring up that midfield. And Nick, Barry, Sean, all of the above is saying, big up to everyone. Yes, big up everyone. Stevie Frazier's in the house saying, morning people, morning Ben. I'd like a strong team with some youngsters on the bench. Not that we're ever comfortable enough to bring them on. Sure, tonight won't be any different. Yeah, Middlesbrough lost their last game against Barnsley, I believe. And yeah, we need to win tonight. We cannot afford penalties. We cannot afford penalties and we cannot afford extra time. The longer we play, the more chance of injury. So we got to deck them in the first 20 minutes. Unlike Man United did. Man United were poor. They were poor against Middlesbrough. So yeah, I'm hoping that we really need to kick on. And whilst Dermot is in the background getting ready, I'll wait for him to signal he's ready. But Dermot is in the house. And he is in the building, the general of the Tottenham Hotspur Gold Army. He's my Mr. Sulu for this morning. Dermo is in the house. How are you this morning, Dermo?
Good morning, sir. I'm only on for 15 minutes because I have to pop out somewhere. So this is a very quick visit from me. But how are you this morning, sir?
We are doing good. We're looking forward to tonight's game. We're looking forward to my eventual break for the next couple of days. So
yes, you're away from tomorrow, aren't you? It's all down to me now.
Probably to say, what's it called? Goodbye to Tottenham making me miserable for the next 5 days. It's going to be wonderful. So,
and then it's all down to me.
Yeah.
Keeping this show on the road.
Skeleton crew. Just like the Tottenham squad. Skeleton crew.
That's so true. That is so true.
Speaking of which, do you think Conte changes the team tonight, or do you think he goes for the same team at Leeds?
I think he goes for the same team at Leeds. I think he has to. I think there's no other way around it. I think this is our only chance of winning a trophy today. And it has to be the same team as Saturday. Has to be. I mean, this is our only chance of a trophy this season. We've got to grab it. You know, it's not the league. We could have won the League Cup in the semi-final. This is our chance now to win a trophy. We have to march away to Wembley to pick up that FA Cup.
I mean, it's just getting momentum back in the team. Not even going for the trophy. We have to actually start acting like a big team, and we need momentum. Momentum is everything.
We do.
Even if we don't, losing tonight would be catastrophic in my opinion, because it will pull the momentum out of the team. We can't even beat a small team in.
Middlesbrough are not as easy as people think they're going to be.
No,
I mean they beat Man United in the last round.
Yeah.
Middlesbrough are no easy pushover. I mean, we beat them. What was it? I think we drew with them 1-1 in 2020 in the FA Cup third round.
FA Cup third round, and then we beat them
in the replay.
Home.
But no, I think tonight's going to be tough. It's on the BBC.
Yeah.
But if you want, you say, come on here on 10:30. As soon as the match finishes, come over to Tottenham Tantrum Goal because we will let you have your grievances, good or bad.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Mm.
I'm going to read some of these comments. Derek is saying we should play our strongest team tonight and go for the FA Cup. If we got top 4, that would be a bonus. Yeah, I agree with you. Tottenham Hotspur are a team that's known for winning the FA Cup, and we haven't won it for 30 years. So we need to get back to that. We need to get back to our DNA, as the club says.
Do you know it's 40? Yeah, it is 40 years this year since when we won the FA Cup in 1982.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Does this game go to penalties if draw or replays in effect? Nope, it is extra time and penalties. So we need to win this game. We need to win early. Cartman saying, I forgot we don't play till Monday. So even more, so the best team possible. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep the players match fit. Fitzpatrick saying it sure does. Celery, Nick, Barry, Sean, Seamus, all the names are saying, yes, 3-0 down at half-time and lost 3-2. Yep. Celery saying, let's have it wrapped by half-time. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
The Sunshine is saying, Dermot. We love good Dermot. We love good in here. Derek Hutchins saying, morning, Dermot. Morning, Derek from Dermot. Stevie's saying, morning to everyone. Guguma saying, hi to Derek. Celery saying, hey, Stevie, great to see you, buddy. It's great to see everyone. Shamu is in the house. Big up, lads. Score predictions for today. I think it was going to be 3-1 Tottenham, personally. I think we're going to get through this game. I'm going to be hopeful.
I'm going for 4-1.
We need to get through this, but I'm hopeful for today's game. John Fitzpatrick is saying 3-1 Kane brace with Romero with the third. That's good. Shamu saying, let's not forget Chris Wilder did at Sheffield United. He's not a mug.
No, he's not.
He's a very good manager. He is a very good football manager, and it's he should be in the Premier League. He is such a good football manager.
Yeah.
Shamu saying no. I don't. Celery is asking what the important question is. Is what is Bond's prediction today, Shamu? Yeah, what does Bond the cat think?
Let us know.
Yeah, we want Bond.
We must get a picture of Bond up actually because he has sent me some pictures of Bond. Yeah. So we'd have to. He is our cat. He is our mascot.
He is. Bond
the cat is.
2-0 Spurs. Great stuff. And Shamu saying, not sure. I'll ask him in the morning, Sarah. He needs to sleep on it.
Yeah, we'll get Bond the cat on for the post match show.
Yeah, that's what we need. Bond the cat is for viewers.
Yeah.
They love that.
Yeah, I apologise for this morning. I have to go somewhere for a meeting, so I'm very sort of on and off this morning. So I do apologise. But tomorrow I will be running the show solo.
You can do it, Dermo. You can do it.
Well, Ben's off skiing somewhere down the slope like an Olympic champion.
Or falling down the road like the mug I am.
You should actually do a Tottenham TTG skiing holiday guide. Just take another video. Just send us a video blog every morning.
Here's where the wine is.
Yeah.
Here's where the cheese is. Here's where the crepes are.
Yeah, and here's the woman I was chatting up last night.
Yeah. Or got slapped in the face by.
Oh, I don't know.
Jay Gilbert is saying 4-0 Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Yes, sir. Oh, Mark Cousins is saying, big up, Dermot. 31 years since we won. It's far too long. Who was the last captain to lift it? I think we know that answer.
Yeah, we do.
You're still mad at Arthur for getting a phone call from him 10 days ago.
That is so funny. I have to say that is very, very funny.
I just love that he never lets it go. I'm still angry. You got a call from my hero. Brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant.
Nicholas is saying, it's Dermot a cat? He likes to sleep.
Right.
Everybody likes to be a cat.
That's not certainly true, Nick. I have a few medical things, so my sleeping sort of always very erratic. So yeah, I take it when I can. Let's put it that way. But now this morning I've got a doctor's appointment this morning. That's why we started early because I've got to leave at 11:30.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm only here for a short time. So I apologise to everyone. But tomorrow we'll be bang on 11:30. So
Good stuff.
Apology.
You've got to look after yourself. You've got to get those appointments done. Shamu Van Spurs is saying, I think a defender will get a goal today. I think so as well.
I have a funny feeling he may start Roden tonight for some reason. I don't know why.
Anthony Gray is saying, I got the Leeds result spot on, 0-4. I think this will be a lot less open game with few chances. I'll go for a 1-0 win within 90 minutes.
I'll take that.
I'll take that. And Nicholas is saying, didn't mean any harm. But
no, your grandsir. No, I took it in the way it was meant.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I was a cat.
Over here, we've got Kuba, who's the chill cat. We've got me, who's the stray cat, because I love rockabilly. You've got the Aristocat in Mr. Phil Lattis. And we just need to find a cat for Dermot. What cat is Dermot? Is the real question.
I'm just cool for cat.
Cool for cats. So you're, what's it called? You're Jules Holland, are you?
Yeah.
Cool for cats.
I must admit, I love Squeeze anyway. I like Up the Junction. That's my favourite song by Squeeze.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
We actually bought that car in my family. His A35. We own his, which he used for that album.
Ben, is there anything your family don't own?
Tottenham.
God. By the way, Moondog, I got your second parcel this morning, so thank you very much.
We love that song that much. We just got that car. It's a great car.
Yeah. Right, Ben, I'm going to have to leave this in your capable hands, sir.
No problem.
I'm going to have to
put the StreamYard link in the chat to see if anyone would like to join. So
that's a good idea this morning.
We're going to open the phone channels. We're going to see who's about, and we're going to have a chat this morning about.
Are you going to put the like she does on Star Trek, make communications?
Yeah. We got some communications from Romulus. They hate us.
Yeah. Oh, they do. Nick saying, please can they buy Tottenham, Ben?
I wish we had that much money.
Hello.
Our first guest.
We have. This man does not hang around. Right, I've got to give this man the introduction he deserves. Right, this man has got the laugh of a nation. He is the man that makes any Spurs talk, any Spurs show a bit brighter.
Keep coming.
Keep coming. He is Prince Charles's new best friend. He can run the government. He can run FIFA. And he can probably run Tottenham. He is my mate. He's your mate. He's Ben's mate. It's Spurs Talk Show. The big man himself. How are you, Sean?
I'm good, Dermo. I'm good. But he said Prince Charles's last best mate was Jimmy Savile. That sounds a little bit weird.
Oh, hell. All right. Okay. I'm taking my chance to leave now. Goodbye, everyone. I've just cooked myself.
You're cooking me, I think. How you doing? How you guys doing?
Not too bad. So I'm just welcoming Mark Cousins. Good morning, Mark.
One of our patrons is in the house. Yes. I didn't get to do that. I should have.
And we've got Nick, Barry, George, Tim, whatever his name is. I'm going to call him Bob.
Bob now, okay. Can we? I had to come on purely because Sean looking fantastic with his shaved face, like I said last night.
You were frothing. For me.
I was frothing, mate. I think I might have to, if my camera goes off, you know what's happening here.
Yeah, and if my camera goes off,
I think on that point myself, I'm going to have to do that myself, Sean.
Nice. Okay. I'll take whatever I can get, any port in a storm.
Yeah. Morning, Mark. How are you, sir?
Very well. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, sir. And we've got the man from the legendary, that's from Shelfside Spurs. How are you this morning, sir?
I'm good. Well, I just had to come on after the, like I said, seeing Sean come on. We love it. We love his laugh, like you said. It's like the Green Goblin of Spurs.
No, he reminds me of the Joker. That's what his laugh reminds me of, the Joker. Well, he'd be a brilliant Joker in the Batman film, I reckon. Sean would.
There's a show there, Sean, that we can, we'll
figure it out.
Figure out which laugh everyone thinks is similar to. So,
well, I might have to change my laugh. It gets a little bit too much attention. Some people like it, some people hate it. Some people call me a little girl. I don't know. I might have to adapt and try and get into a different version of it. Keep everybody guessing. But I appreciate the feedback from you guys. From those who like it, thank you very much.
Right. And those who don't, we don't care.
Right, I'm going to leave you in the hands of these capable men. I'm going to leave your hands with Ben and Sean running the show with lovely guests from Barry and Mark. I'll see you in the morning at 11:30. Tottenham will win tonight. We're bringing home the FA
Let's
Cup.
hope so.
Come on.
There's no doubt about it. And please come back here at 10:15 for the post show where you can have your say on anything Tottenham on the match tonight. God bless you. Good luck. And come
Cheers,
on, you
Damo.
Spurs.
Good luck, bro.
See you later.
Good luck with your appointments, mate.
So brilliant. Kaufman is now running the ship. Now I've got now Sean's. It is Tuesday.
It is the 2022 version of March the 1st, and it is game day.
That's what we need. We've kicked this up a notch. So, Shawnee, how do you think the game's going to go tonight?
Mate, I think it's going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be tight. I've heard what you said about Chris Wilder. I completely agree. I think he's a really, he's wily as a manager. He's a sort of guy. He reminds me a little bit of Dyche in that he loves a big game and he tries to find the weaknesses in any team and exploit them. He doesn't put the same strategy together. Like other managers will play our way and will set up a little bit for the opposition. He'll literally change. He sticks with a 3-5-2, but whether he goes wide or short or long or narrow direct, it depends on who he's playing. And he's very good. 5 wins on the bounce at home for them. They played a completely different against Coventry as to how they played against Derby and won both of them. I think it's going to be an interesting game, and I think that they're going to attack us in the air. I think their Slovenian striker, Sporaz, I think his name is.
Yeah. He's
like 6'1", 6'2". He's really handy. I think like 5 of the 8 goals he scored have been headers. Tottenham probably are weakest in the air. We're vulnerable like that, especially late on. So if it's wet and windy up there, I don't think it's going to be a walkover. I think in the end, Ben, I think we're going to win 3-1. I think maybe it will be tight. We won all at halftime, something like that. And then we'll probably find a way to get the second. Then they'll have to come after it. And then maybe we'll get a breakaway and score the third late on. But I don't think it's going to... I think the scoreline will probably flatter us. I don't think it will be an easy game at all. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it will just get up there and just put them to bed in first half. But like I say, I think it's it's not an easy tie. And Middlesbrough will be right up for it. So fingers crossed we don't have a banana skin.
I mean, it's that usual quote. If we get the chances Man United had, if Harry Kane gets the chances Man United had, we'll batter them.
Yeah.
It's when we get those chances, we've got to be wary because we do not do well against Chris Wilder teams, like from what we did against Sheffield United. Sheffield United were really good against us. They took us to the sword on multiple occasions.
Yep.
I mean, the last one we really destroyed them, and that's when the team had thrown him under the bus for some stupid reason. It's a poor mentality there. But Nick, we're going to ask you the same question. How do you think we're going to do tonight?
Yeah, I think so. Look, I think again, it's going to be a tough game. I think, like Sean said, it's the results going to flatter us. I see it being similar to kind of the Wickham game a couple of years ago, where it took a while for us to get going, and then we, the last 10 minutes we kind of hit the straps, and then we took care of business. So yeah, the weather's looking outside my window, it's miserable, so I'm sure it's not going to be any better. It's not going to be 30 degrees and sunny up north, is it? So it's going to be a tough game. I think there'll be those 3 changes. I think there will be those 3 changes, but hopefully not. Like we've all said, there's enough time between now and Monday's game against Frank Whinging Lampard, we'll just have to wait and see. We just need to win. Like Aaron said and a few others have said on other streams, is we need to get a trophy. Top 4, I don't think it's going to happen, but mathematically it still can. So. Whatever happens, we just need to go out there and perform. If we can put them to bed early, it'd be even better. But I think it's going to be tough.
Yeah. Same question to you, Mr. Cousins. How do you see us doing today?
We must win.
Mm-hmm.
Without a shadow of a doubt. It's been far too long since we won the FA Cup. Far too long. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough game. I mean, the championship sides are always up for it. especially against like a Premiership team like we are. You know, but just please, I say it every year. Like this year is our year. Law of averages says it's got to happen once. I say it every year.
Next year we'll be millionaires.
Yeah, that as well.
It's going to happen eventually. Just hopefully.
Well, yeah, it's the law of averages, isn't it? It says it's got to happen once.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to come on to Harry Kane because Harry Kane has been in sensational form again. Can Harry Kane do to Middlesbrough like what he did to Leeds, or is it going to be more of a Burnley struggle where they're just going to? I feel like Middlesbrough are going to man mark him out of the game.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to put 3 players on him, and any time he drops deep, they're going to drop 3 players on him. I think that it's going to be very difficult for him tonight. They're not going to allow him acres of space, which is what Leeds and Manchester City allowed him to have. I see it's going to be a very problem. So who do you think, being that Harry Kane is going to take up a load of the space, it's going to be someone's going to have to pop up with some of the goals tonight? Will it be a Kulusevski? Will it be a Sonny? Who do you see that's going to really shine tonight, Shawnee?
I think it's going to be. Oh, who's going to really shine tonight? I'd be surprised if you see Kulusevski start. Well, actually, no, because Lucas Moura's still injured, isn't he? So I think you might see Bergwijn start. Listen, I don't know. It's difficult to get in the mind of Conte. It's difficult to figure out what he's really thinking at any point in time. He seems to change his mind about, his opinion on Tottenham generally every time we play. It's another flip-flop. So who the hell knows what team's going to start? I think with Lucas still out, you're probably going to see the same team. Maybe the exception, you might see Sonny be given a rest for Stevie Bergwijn, or you might see Kulusevski given a rest for Bergwijn. And in terms of who's gonna shine, I think it'd probably be Harry Kane again. Will be the difference if we are going to have it. He's on a different level, different planet. Since he's come back to form, he's just taken the ball by the horns and just run with it, and he's just getting better and better and better. And that performance against City was just something to behold. And so I'd imagine that he'll be involved in any of the goals that we score, whether he scores them directly or whether he's an assist maker. I think he'll be the difference.
Same question to you, Barry. Do you think who's going to shine tonight? I think they're going to mark Harry Kane out of the game. That's the only thing I can see. They're going to play a really deep low block, which will nullify Harry Kane's long passing because he won't be able to pass behind them. Who can shine tonight in that absence? Because these players have got a poor mentality when we're up against it. For the most part.
Harry Winks and Emerson Royale, they're going to shine. No,
I'm leaving the show.
Sorry, I swore quite early there with those 2 words. I think it's gonna, everything's going to be around Kane and Kulu. I think if Kulu's starting, I don't see where else it's coming from. Obviously, like we said, Skippy's back. Hopefully for Everton, so we'll get rid of Mr. Winks there. But yeah, they're going to man mark him. They're going to try. It's going to be a niggly game. It's going to be wet. It's going to be tough, and we'll need to. I think where we don't want to have. We don't want to have any of the mistakes that we've necessarily had the past few games. I think Hugo will play as well. Because I think Galini's got 5 games left before we have to sign him. So obviously we won't want to do that. So yeah, it's going to be Kane and Becky for me.
Mark, same question to you. Who is going to shine tonight in the Tottenham team other than Harry Kane, or is it Harry Kane masterclass?
Personally, I don't think Harry's going to get the space. They're definitely not going to play like Leeds did, just all over the show. And so maybe Sonny if he plays, or Kulu. Yeah. I mean, well, to be honest, I put it in a comment. Leeds are probably the worst team I've ever seen us play.
bad.
These were awful, weren't
I mean, even their manager after the game, he said, "We knew what Tottenham were going to do. Well, why didn't you do something to stop us?" So they given us the freedom of Ellen Road to do what we wanted. They did nothing. And in Middlesbrough, well, to be honest, they're going to sit back, aren't they? They're definitely going to sit back, and and we all know we struggle to break teams down like that.
But do you think they're going to sit back? Because they didn't sit back that much against United. They tried to hit them on the counter. So
yeah, well, that's possibly what they're going to do to us. And we struggle to break teams down when they sit back. Like,
yeah. I'd imagine Wilder, if he's sort of manager that I think he is, that's going to try and identify how to where's our exploitable weaknesses. It's clear as day that we're better playing. Like, you watch the Man City game, you watch the Leeds game, you watch the Liverpool game, our 3 best performances, and in fact Leicester as well, probably the 4 best performances of our season. All of those teams tried to come at us. Obviously, different standards. Man City are better than Leeds and Liverpool as well, but we do better against teams that come at us and give us space behind. And so I think Middlesbrough is Wilder's the sort of manager that's going to go, we could play either way, but let's figure out the best way to break them down. And I think, to Mark's point, I think they're going to probably sit back and then try and nick one off us late. It'll be one of those games where they try and frustrate the hell out of us, kind of like what Burnley did. Probably press for a little bit, then sit back for a little bit, then press for a little bit, then sit back, and then see if they can get one in the air late on. Much like Burnley. Middlesbrough will probably look at what Burnley did and say, that's exactly what we need to do to try and get something out of this game. A free kick, a corner,
from somewhere.
If it's windy and rainy as well, that's what they'll do. That's what I think Wilder would do, because he's the sort of person that would he doesn't want to try and match like for like. He'll try and find the best way to get a result. And it makes sense, right? That's what I would do if I was a manager.
Yeah, always look at the past to predict the future. And Tottenham are terrible at breaking down low blocks. I do not remember when we've taken a low block to the sword, and I'm 26 years old. I've never seen us do it. We've always had a lucky 1-0 victory off a header, or like one of those West Brom games when they do it. But we never do what, let's say, a Manchester City do and just pass through them, because we've never had the players to really do that. So how can this manager and this current administration running the football team, how can we fix that? Because it's a problem with Tottenham. I think it might even be a 90s problem as well. I don't think we've ever broken a low block down. I don't think, not in my lifetime, we've really taken a low block.
We were better when we had Christian Eriksen, when peak Eriksen, kind of 2017, 2018 seasons. We had more success with it then, because we had a player who could, thread the ball, or just take advantage from a free kick, whatever, do something like that. Back when Eriksen was scoring free kicks, we could get a lead, and then those teams that then sat back had to then change their formation. But since Eriksen's gone, since Dembele's gone, we've had nobody in the last 4 years that can do it. 3 years, whatever it is, 3 years, yeah. So how do you do it? I don't know. You just got to look for something like Kulusevski. I think is probably the best. He seems to have this composure on the ball, Ben. In my opinion, he seems to he looks up when he receives the ball. The major difference between him and Bergwijn or him and Mora is they get the ball and their heads down, they just try and beat the man, and then they'll figure out what their next move is later, and they're usually poor with it. Kulusevski seems to get the ball, he looks up immediately, and he's got this speed of thought where he can just take it all in and then he can figure out what's the best use of the ball, where's the best opportunity, and whether it's to be unselfish and put it over the top, whether it's just to play it back to someone and move, or whether it's to have the confidence to go and have a crack. He's got a very balanced ability. He's not selfish, nor is he unselfish. He's not afraid to do anything, and he's got the talent and the composure to find the best outcome in a split second when he looks up and just, like I say, just absorbs whatever the situation is. So, and I don't think we have, apart from Harry Kane, I don't think we have anyone else up front that has that, that capability. So for me, that's where I think you probably have the best chance to figure out for the rest of the season, not just tonight, but for the rest of the season, to figure out how to play against these teams that sit in and contain. I think we're going to be asking a lot of Kulusevski. I think he's going to be, if we have success, I think he'll be a pivotal part of it. As well as, of course, getting Oliver Skipp and Bentancur back, But that's my take.
Brilliant work, Sean. You've got me onto my next point. I was going to say,
Oh, sorry, mate.
This is about Dejan Kulusevski, otherwise known as Decky. How good is this kid? I believe he's the next Teddy Sheringham. The way his mind works, you can see when he gets the ball, he's already 3-4 steps ahead. He's got that speed of thought. He doesn't need the pace, but he does have pace. He's not quick off the mark, but when he gets going, he's very fast. He's got those long, big strides. How good is this kid going to be? And should we really start pulling the trigger on this contract now? I'm going to start with Nick because Sean had the last point. How good is Kulusevski going to be?
Yeah, so I think it's got massive potential. I think we've got, obviously there's certain things with the loan deal of whether or not we need to sign him. So I think one of it's Champions League, one of it's something else. But yeah, absolutely, for the amount of money, in terms of the business that we've done and the price that we've paid, we've got an opportunity here, similarly, to not spend fortunes, but to get a player that's, we all talk about ones for the future, right? And we've made some shocking ones for the future signings, right? But I genuinely believe that he is, we need to, he's loving life, clearly. He's loving playing. He's loving, the kind of that Gareth Bale role, cutting in from the right-hand side and pinging balls across. And yeah, let's just, long may it continue. He's scored more goals, or he's the same amount of goals that he has in the past few games that he's played than he did at Juventus. So yeah, let's see what can happen, because it's only going to benefit us, and it's only going to take pressure off Kane and Son and for both of them to be scoring. So yeah, I think it's definitely. I just want to see a team where we've got Skippy, Bentancur instead of Winks and Højbjerg, and just see what those players all together can do with a bit of a run, because it could be frightening and devastating.
Yeah. I'm going to ask the same question to you, Mark. How good is Decky going to be? Because he seems to have really hit the ground running after 4 games. He looks a real player for 21 years of age. Where do you think Decky's career is going to be going? Well,
he's Juventus substitute, isn't he? That's what I was under the impression.
Yeah, just
he's a bench warmer, isn't he?
Nobody wanted him, right? Yeah. He's a reject.
No.
If he's a reject, I want all of them. Give me all the Juventus rejects. Because he's fantastic.
Let's have some more over.
Yeah, get Dybala.
Well, we should have got him 4 years ago, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Get them all. I want all the Juventus rejects, because apparently rejects are great.
No, I mean, he's been fantastic since he's been here. It's like Barry said, he's totally different than Mora. Mora just sticks his head, or was it you, Sean, that said it? He sticks his head down and just runs up a blind alley.
Yeah. I love Mora as well, though. Don't get me wrong. Mora's great for different reasons, but yeah.
Mora's always got the special place, hasn't he?
He's always got a place in my heart. Yeah, 100%.
So, whilst Barry's getting his cup of tea, we're going
to... Why has he got an EasyJet picture?
I don't know, but I like it. We're going to talk about Lucas Moura, because Lucas Moura does have a space in all of our hearts for that Ajax game, and he's done some great things this year. For ages, he was our most consistent performer, which is not saying a lot because they were all terrible. But is this the end of Lucas Moura's time in the team? Because Decky has come in immediately and shown how much better a player he is, in my opinion. He shows guile. He's got determination. He's got work. He's got everything Lucas Moura has, but he's got that extra little sparkle of quality. Is this the end of Lucas Moura in the Tottenham starting 11 for now? Or do you see a way back in for him? Sean, we're going to start with you on this one.
Look, I think there's... So if Kulusevski stays fit at the moment, he's first choice, right? For me. But there's always going to be a time for... substitutions, whatever, in the starting 11. Maybe for now, I think the front three are pretty obvious. But like I say, they offer different things. So for different reasons in different games. If there's a change, if there's an in-game need, then obviously he's still there. I'd be interested to see what happens at the end of the season. I don't think you need Lucas Moura and Bergwijn, because I think that we do need a backup striker for Harry Kane, and I think that Lucas Moura, I don't know how long his contract, how long he still has in his contract, but I think Bergwijn was close to leaving in January. He's probably now sitting there going, well, like, why didn't they let me go? Because I'm barely getting a minute on the pitch anyway. So one of those two is probably surplus to requirements in the summer. I'd imagine that Bergwijn probably goes back to Ajax and Lucas Moura probably stays and is a utility player. But for the rest of the season, look, I mean, yeah, I think that you have to base it on a meritocracy, which is why I was a little bit disappointed with Bergwijn. He did what he did against Leicester. He'd also put in a great performance against West Ham a couple of weeks earlier in the Carabao Cup. Came in against Leicester, did his thing. I know he then missed a sitter against Brighton. I know when Decky put him across and he missed the sitter. I just think that in life generally, like if you've got the spot, it's yours to lose. But you can't just that's the same reason I always said with Romero coming back from injury. Sanchez was playing really well at the time, and I thought that you can't just bring Romero back because he's fully fit. You have to at least give Sanchez a chance to drop the ball. It doesn't have to be a massive reason, but you have to give someone a reason to. Otherwise, what sort of message does it send? You're always going to be second choice. You're only ever going to be a starter when the other guy's fit, and I think that doesn't breed a decent competitive atmosphere in the squad. And then Sanchez did drop the ball. Romero comes back in, and Romero's been pretty solid or almost flawless, I'd imagine. With the exception of the Wolves game since he's come back. So I think that was the right thing to do it. And I think that with Bergwijn, it wasn't the right way to do it. In terms of Lucas or Bergwijn for the rest of the season, I think that until Kulusevski drops the ball, I think you have to keep him there. And therefore, Lucas, unfortunately, is relegated to the bench. And then if Kulusevski has a nightmare one game, 100%, then you give Lucas Moura a chance and then see what he does. That's what I think breeds a competitive environment and gets the best out of players that want to be at the club. You've got to fight for your place, and if you've got it, keep it. If you lose it, next guy comes in, see what he does.
I think that's part of the problem for many years. There hasn't been a competition for the place because everyone knows no matter how well they do, that Harry Kane's just going to go straight back in the team. So the second string of players don't really care because whatever they do, they're going to get relegated. I'm going to give them the same question to you, Mark. Is it time for Lucas Moura to be a bench player? And will he struggle to get back in that first team with the influence of Decky in the team?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. I mean, obviously, special place in the heart for Mr. Moura. But, he doesn't do what Decky does. He keeps... Right, he's got all the pace in the world. But where does he go with it? Yeah. He runs into people all the time. Well, Sean will probably know he's the stats man. How many assists has he got?
Who? Decky?
Lucas.
Oh, he's actually got I think he's got 3 assists this season. He's actually he's third in the Tottenham team behind Sonny and he's second. Højbjerg's got 3, he's got 4, and Sonny's got 5, I think, or 6. So I think that Lucas is but still over how many games he played the first 16 games of the season, right? Like if you're not scoring, what are you doing?
Not many, is it?
Not enough. Really.
I think it's Kuva gave me the stat. He's only got 6 goal involvements in something stupid 130 games or something stupid. I don't know how many games Lucas Moura has played for us. Yeah, he's only got 6 goal involvements, which is pathetic, really, for a striker.
Yeah,
but he doesn't have the work ethic. But now we've got someone like Decky that not only has the work ethic, but he's got the quality. And so I think it might be time. And it goes back to what Mark says. What does he do with his pace? Usually he just tries to run past 5 people and it never works. Some games it works. But
not very often, though.
No, he doesn't get past that many people and it doesn't really come to a chance. Lucas is much more of he's good when he's got the ball and he has to think quickly. As soon as if he takes 5-7 seconds to think about something, he fails.
Yeah.
But what we saw against Norwich and Ajax and a few other games, if he gets the ball and someone's on him, he's round them. I think so Lucas can always be a player for this team.
Yeah, he's got four assists. Sorry, yeah, he's got 4 assists, second in the Tottenham team.
Squad player.
It's not bad, but it's not brilliant now. We need more.
Yeah.
if Decky's got, how many goal involvements has Decky got in the, like 3 goal involvements? Something stupid. 2 against Man City.
Yeah, Decky's just Decky. If Tottenham, if Harry Kane and Bergwijn had put those goals away against Brighton,
yeah,
Decky would have something like 5 assists in like 200 minutes of football or something like that. It's mad, and a goal, of course, and he could have had another goal. Yeah. He should have scored against Wolves when he had that cut that sliced that ball and it just missed past the post. Like Decky's start's been absolutely phenomenal, like insane, and his stats already look good as what they are, but they could have looked so much better if some of the other players that. That's what I mean. I think that he always picks the right ball. He seems to be so composed. He put the ball across to he could have shot. He could have laid it back. He could have put Matt Dockett or Emerson Royale down, but instead he went and found Bergwijn with the first chance, and Bergwijn ballooned it over. Exactly the same thing with Harry Kane against Brighton. He seems like he just takes in the game and goes, what's the best thing to do with this ball? And he figures it out in a quarter of a second and then finds the pass or finds the shot or whatever it is. And he's so confident to be able to come in off the... It's nice to see he's so left-footed as well, to be able to cut in off the left and shoot, similar to what Sonny used to do. Sonny used to always get the ball, stop with the right foot, knock it out, get a yard of space and then curl it in until defenders kind of caught up with him on that and then always showed him down the outside. Now we've got someone who can do it on the other side, and until Kulusevski gets figured out, that's going to be a good source of goals or at least chances over the next 15 games. So it's exciting, very exciting.
Before I come with the same question to Barry, I'm going to bring up this comment from Stevie Fraser saying Lucas does so much more than the stats give him for. The haters never give him any credit, or if they do, the moment he has a mediocre game in a team that all play badly, he's slated. Are Tottenham fans too critical? I'm going to give this all to the panel. I got slated for this yesterday about Emerson, because I think Emerson is not it at all. And I see a player like Emerson being 23 years of age as a fullback, not being able to cross the ball. That gives me massive insecurity, because really that most fullbacks, they can attack first, but they can't defend. But you can always learn the defensive part of the game, but you can't really learn the attacking part of the game. That's all talent. And do we slate our players too much, Sean?
Do we slate? I mean, look, the Tottenham fan base is pretty. Generally, it's like I think Tottenham fan base is broad, right? Some people are classed. I think the Tottenham fan base generally are a little bit. We always find a reason to be unhappy. I'll kind of leave it there. But I think that Lucas Moura, to Stevie Fraser's point, I think he does. I love Lucas Moura. I think most people love him as a player because he is all heart. To Mark's point, and he doesn't mind being the bridesmaid, never the bride. He doesn't mind being on the substitutes bench. I don't know, Stevie. I don't know if when you say the hate, I don't know if I've met anyone that hates him. I don't see a lot of hate for him. I see a lot of people that would love to see him deliver more than he does because he is so talented. I don't know. Listen, I don't know. I haven't seen what you're seeing. So for me personally, I love him. I think he's a good squad player, and I'll never forget the contributions he's made in the moments that he made them. But I still think that he's someone who I think has the potential, the ability to change games, but I just don't think he does it enough. I think he can go missing when he's asked to play on the right. He can go missing a little bit too much. When he's asked to play centrally, he offers a lot more. But then when you play him centrally, it changes the formation of the rest of the team in a way that doesn't necessarily suit the rest of the team all the time. So it's like square pegs, round holes. I don't know, Stevie. I mean, I love him personally, so I think I'm on the same page as you with him generally.
Barry, what do you reckon? Do you reckon people are too critical of our football players, or are we rightly critical when they don't perform for years?
Yeah, I mean, there are some, but look, hey, we earn our money and we pay our money, so we have the right to have an opinion, whether that's good, bad, or indifferent, right? And these players get paid more money in a month than probably, or more money in a year than we will probably do in our lifetime, right? So to sit there and say, oh, I got a bit upset because someone told me this or someone said that, I don't really buy that. Some of them are playing for the shirt and some of them are doing it. In terms of Moura, look, he is he's gone back to having his 2 out of 6 good games, right? So we have a good game every 2 out of 6. At the start of the season, that was moving up to maybe a 3 or a 4 out of 6. But he's kind of gone back into his shell. I don't know whether it's, like you said, playing on the right, Sean, or what is the issue? In terms of potentially trying to play him through the centre, that may be another option. But yeah, I just think in terms of more bags of energy. Look, when we're at the training ground, he was the only one that seemed, obviously they were all kind of waving, but he was the only one that kind of had a load of energy. He must be powered by Red Bull, the amount of energy that he's got, right? So, yeah, look, he loves, like you say, he loves the club. He loves playing. He doesn't, like Mark said, it's squad player. But yeah, there just needs to be more. And I get it. We're not saying Stevie. We're not saying Lucas is crap. We're just saying that he's not. He needs to have that. I think he needs to, do more.
Yeah.
And we've seen that when Kane hasn't been in the team, and Ajax, and I think unfortunately for Moura, I think he was unlucky not to start that Champions League final after not just because of Kane being unfit, but because of what happened against Ajax. And I guess it's situations that kind of haven't really helped. And obviously scored that hat trick at the final game of the season a couple of seasons ago. So he's got. Look, I think with him, it's just turning those stats into the stats that we all want to see, right? Goals and assists, and that's what we really need to really need to see. We're not saying he's crap, but no, Stevie. I know you weren't saying in general that that we were being negative. He's just put a comment in there. The fan base in general, absolutely. But I think we just need to. I guess we just need to. Maybe it's my spending some time listening to Sean. We just need to have a bit of pinch of salt with everything, rather than just being full on. Bang! This is crap. The world's ending. Conte should go. All of this that we kind of.
The world might be ending, though, Barry. Yeah. The world might be ending for different reasons pretty soon.
We're going to that, Shawnee.
We need to win a bloody trophy before the world ends.
This might be our last bloody chance. Come on, Tottenham!
Come on, Tottenham! We want to see us win a trophy.
Hey guys, I'm so sorry. I've just realised it's midday. I'm supposed to be meeting my dad for his birthday in 45 minutes, and I'm miles away from being ready. I've got to love you and leave you. Okay. Thanks for having me on,
Mr. Butler.
Yeah, I'll let him know. Dad, there's a guy called Barry, and also called Nick, and also called. He said happy birthday. Oh, thanks, Sean. Yeah. I'll see you guys later on tonight, hopefully. And come on, you Spurs! FA Cup day! Ciao.
So we're going to go with you with this question as well, Mark, before we decide to wrap up the show, because we're only doing an hour today. Are we too critical of our football players at the club, or are we just giving them the criticism they deserve?
Us as fans, we're all fed up, to be honest. How long has it been without winning anything? When we had the chance, now Sean's gone, I can have a go at Levy.
That's good. It'll get me going for 2 minutes, so we get an hour show.
Well, when Poch needed players, what did we get? Nothing. We could have won the league twice. The Champions League, we could have and probably should have won that. What did we get? Nothing. Us fans are just fed up. You see the likes of even that lot down, well, not down the road from me, but down the road from us. Even that lot down the road, they win the FA Cup nearly every year. Even where I live, I get it off all the Arsenal people I know. You win nothing, you've been another final and you've lost. It's that's why we're all fed up.
Yeah.
Well, it's frustrating, isn't it?
It is. It's what we've been saying. We've now got one of the best managers in world of football, top 3, probably the second best manager in our history as a football club after Bill Nicholson and Keith Birkinshaw. I'd like to put those two on the same level.
Yes.
Why won't they back our football managers? I mean, we're ending up here, so I don't want to make it elite because I actually have to do some work. Me working, what's that? And why don't we? It's the question to the world. As soon as they start backing these managers, Tottenham will be a successful football club again. But that's why we're all shouting it. We won't be Levy out if they back the managers. If they back the managers for 5 years, you won't have the Brian Dagles, the me's, the Bob Spurs, everyone in the community saying Levy out. We'll be supporting them, but because they haven't backed the managers in many years, that's why we want them out.
If we actually won something for a change, everyone would be happy.
Yeah, but we don't. So we're actually going to end this conversation here before it gets into a 2-hour conversation about Levy, because we could go on about this all day. So, yes, I'd like to thank everyone for coming on the show, from Dermot to Sean to Nick, Barry, Seamus, Ranjit, all the names under the book, and Mark for coming on the show. A massive thank you to everyone that's joined us in the chat. And, yeah, I will not be here tomorrow. I will be on the coffee show at 2 o'clock. So if you want to come by for some relaxation, I will be there. And it's going to be brilliant. So thank you to all the panel. And we're going to sync this. And as always, Levy out. Thank you.